It's that risk aversion part. So it's needing to tie a property to something that might not be a home run. It might not be great, but it's going to keep somebody's job. And you see the
Yeah.
hand wringing and just because you have this middle level like a bureaucrats. It's kind of if you're cross-cut targeting and you had people at the tactical level working, and then you had senior level executives, and then you have this huge group in the middle that let's say a terrorist organization that if you took that out, it would be completely destabilizing, and then maybe you'd have somebody to negotiate with or whatever, and the tactical people wouldn't
Yeah.
have leadership and all that stuff. But you see that in Hollywood too. You have all these people in the middle that are so risk averse when it comes to greenlighting something or giving their recommendation on something or giving their notes in a script or notes on a pitch or something like that. But it's the same thing in the national security establishment that you just
Totally.
to me that I see now in Hollywood when we're just working on a script. It's just I think it's a worry. It's just a worry like, oh, if this goes bad, but if nothing
Yep.
happens, I'm still have my job type of a thing, whether they even
Yep.
realize it or not. It might be just subliminal. It might just be there in the back of their head. And it might not be an overt, like, oh, I need to be risk averse in everything that I do so that I can keep my job. It might not even be that. It might just be something back in the back of their head they don't even realize is there that puts them in that position. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, actually, so I have a chapter both in Warrior Diplomat, which thank you, I see you got behind you,
Oh,
but I also have it in this book as well on risk aversion and how it's baked in. And I think there's some fundamental things in the all volunteer force versus the draft army. And I don't mean that I think net the all volunteer force is superior, but a downside of it is in the draft army, you were like, you're sent and mobilized, and you had every incentive to win, to go back to your otherwise good life.
yeah.
And in the all volunteer force, it's, this deployment, don't screw anything up because it could affect your otherwise very promising career. And so the default action becomes inaction, because who's going to get relieved or who's going to get a bad mark on their OER to get through a deployment? But if you get a patrol ambush, you get a base overrun, you get a helicopter shot down, oh, whoa, that's not good. So let's just default to as minimal of action as possible. And it's just amazing how we had 20 years of the Middle East wars and what percentage of the force were just sitting on the FOBs.
Yep. No,
With this underlying culture of risk aversion, it's really incredible to see in our force, and it's baked in at this point.